It is a great pleasure to introduce the 2018-19 Maryland Teacher of the Year, Richard Warren. Richard Warren was just named Teacher of the Year last week, so we have the privilege of being one of his first official stops as Teacher of the Year. Richard is an 8th grade science, technology, engineering, and math teacher at Somerset County's Crisfield High School and Academy. I think he has some fans back there. They're small but mighty county. He's taught for 6 years, 5 of them at Crisfield. He's a graduate of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I see some other alumni wearing their memorabilia. He had a Bachelor's of Science degree in science, a master's in teaching, and a doctorate in educational leadership. Richard approaches his lessons with creativity and an emphasis on connecting the issues students discuss in the classroom with their community, whether it's the impact that waterway pollution has on local marine life, or how the phases of the moon and tides relate to optimal fishing and crabbing times. He brings lessons alive for his students, making them fun, exciting, and relevant. Richard also gives back to the profession, spending a lot of time mentoring new teachers and helping them to be successful. We're honored to have him represent Maryland's teachers across the state in the coming year. So let's give a large MSEA welcome to Richard Warren from Somerset County. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We got a fan club back there in the back row.
I heard your call. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go, educators. Catch it. All right.
A lot of alumni along the back wall back there.
Alumni. All right. Good afternoon, delegates. As previously mentioned, I am Dr. Richard Warren, an 8th grade science and STEM teacher at Crisfield Academy and High School in Somerset County, Maryland. And I'm a graduate from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, where I completed all 3 of my degrees. Certainly, I want to thank the Maryland State Education Association, teachers, sponsors, and a special shout out to the M brand for making this convention possible and for capturing this moment. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. I must admit, standing here in front of you all is a tremendous honor, particularly because my presence here is pretty unusual. If you would have told me in my younger years that one day I will be standing speaking to hundreds of educators, I probably wouldn't believe you. I probably wouldn't believe you because truth is, I had a hard time believing in myself. When I was 11 years old, my parents divorced. I can still hear the echoes from the arguments that woke me up every night before I went to school. I struggled. I struggled trying to find my identity while picking up the pieces of a broken family. And as a result, I moved to 6 different school districts in less than a 2-year span. The final place I moved can be summed up as a portrait of poverty, gangs, drugs, and violence. Hearing the sounds of gunshots, witnessing crowds rally around for fistfights, seeing gang members on corners and homeless people abandoned on the streets was a reflection of my reality. At the age of 13, I received the most devastating news of my life. I was told that one of my closest friends was killed. He was playing his PlayStation, and someone decided to shoot the wrong house. The most accurate way I can describe these moments can be compared to a scientific discovery of a black hole. A black hole, which is a region in outer space where the gravitational field and the gravitational pull is so strong and so intense that whatever goes into the black hole can never come out. And as a teen, I felt that my family crisis and instability and disadvantaged neighborhoods and the loss of my friend was the black hole that I would never be able to come out of. But delegates, I stand here today with the message to tell you, that even the black holes in my life were no match against the transformational power of high quality teachers. No match against teachers who serve first and often give their last. No match against teachers who build relationships and connect with their students. No match for teachers who work with so little but who are able to do so much. No match for teachers who see beyond the standardized data point but look deep into their students' destiny. Teachers who sacrifice their time, talent, and treasures to leave a legacy for children that are not their own, but they embrace them like they are. Teachers who juggle multiple responsibilities, wear many hats, and adapt to educational reforms that are sweeping across our country. Teachers who are laboring to change narratives, to break barriers, to close achievement gaps, and to accelerate our special needs and gifted and talented students. Teachers who instill a love of learning in their students and create problem solvers, innovators, leaders, and productive citizens in our world. It was teachers who helped me to see that the black hole moments didn't determine my success, but rather the black hole moments could be changed by my success. I am a teacher, and I am Maryland's Teacher of the Year because of you. And truth is, many of us who are sitting in this room, side by side, and many of us who are outside of these four walls are defying black hole moments for every student each day. And our students are growing more and more confident that they too can make it out. Ivy, a student who has a dream to become a surgeon, hopes to save lives. And with pressing issues that she's dealing with, she told me to tell you, thank you, because it's teachers like you who helped save hers. Elizabeth, a student from an island who catches a boat every day to get to my school. She wakes up an hour early to get on the boat, and she gets home hours after her fellow peers. She told me to tell you that she appreciates you because it's teachers like you who showed her that she can conquer anything if she just tried. Rogelio, a student with his mind made up to be a well-known software developer, wants to inspire other people to make their dreams become realities. He told me to tell you that you are needed because it's teachers like you who are helping him move forward into his future. And lastly, Jeremiah, a young African-American male who passionately said amongst his 8th grade class, "I want to be like you, Dr. Warren." He wants to be a teacher and spread hope. And he told me to tell you that he loves you. Because it's teachers like us who helped him change his pathway of hopelessness and who showed him that often the best lesson we can teach is the one with our mouth closed. You see, my story and their stories, dreams and aspirations capture the very essence of why we choose to teach and why the teaching profession is the most important profession in the world and why the teaching profession should be valued as such. I believe that teachers should be at the top of the table with test makers, policy practitioners, curriculum creators, board members, because we are on the ground and we know what it takes for our children to be great. I believe that we are stronger together and that equity and diversity strengthens schools and helps improve the teaching workforce. I believe that we can eliminate the school to prison pipeline and replace it with a school to teacher pipeline where more teachers are being recruited, developed, and sustained. And more schools are being opened and less prison cells are being opened to help improve the world around us. I believe that beginning teachers should have a space to succeed, surrounded by a community of higher education institutions and high-quality teachers who mentor, mold, shape, and model and motivate them to maintain in this profession because it's not easy. It's not easy. And we have fought and we are fighting to ensure that education remains the golden key that unlocks countless pathways for our students and for our teachers to achieve and to achieve beyond our greatest imagination. And I want you to know that I'm here to fight with you. And I'm here to advocate for you concerning these matters and many more. So let's continue, educators. Let's continue to persevere in this educational journey for our students, for each other, and for ourselves. Maryland, let's continue to beat the odds and defy black holes. Thank you.
Great time.
Thank you.